This year's Pick'em has finally returned, so I'll quickly go over the article and rewards, then I'll do an analysis of the best picks based on what I could find on the internet so far. It's pretty simple. The goal is to pick the most likely outcome for a range of different events and options. The more correct guesses and points you earn, the better your rewards are. Good news for C players is you can finally participate in Pick'em from now on. There are 20 questions available now in a play-ins pick. You have 5 days to do this. You can come back on the last day to change the play-in picks after the qualifying game has been played. I highly recommend you do this just in case. If you don't lock in your picks, then the coin will automatically lock yours in randomly for you. As for rewards, there are 2 categories, one for Crystal Ball and another for Pick'em. You are also guaranteed 3 Worlds capsules and 2 emotes just for participating. In fact, you can get Mundo's emote right now if you make your first picks. Pick'em top prizes are all ultimate skins for perfect picks. Top 5,000 get a Worlds 2023 Renekton skin and champion. Then there's more realistic rewards which we want to at least aim for. S tier gives 50 event tokens, 4 capsules and 2 emotes. Then A, B and C tiers will give a mix of capsules and emotes. The Crystal Ball rewards are basically the same except with different emotes. On the LoL Esports website, log in with your league account and click on the Pick'em tab at the top. This will take you to the Crystal Ball stage where there is a countdown or timer showing how much time you have to do this stage. On the right you can select rewards and it shows all 5 guaranteed rewards, when they open and a tick once completed. For Crystal Ball picks, what I've done is search the internet for known streamers and YouTubers who have made their picks. I've got some info from a big Reddit thread and then random ones I've been sent or found. There's also some stats from last year's Worlds as reference, but note that a lot of the game is different now, but things like Baron steals and reverse sweep stats are interesting to compare. I've put Kadril at the start since he's considered a LoL esport expert. I don't follow the pro scene that much and may get some names wrong. For the 5 event picks, Kadril put 1 reverse sweep, 45 to 49 minutes for longest game, 2 pentakills, Ocean Drake and 6 to 8 Baron steals. Now having a look at picks from everyone else, which includes Molecule, Nico, Notland Games and random picks. I've come up with the most common picks slightly weighted towards the experts and creators. These are also going to be my picks as I prefer to base mine on the data I could find. I recommend you have fun with it and try to do some interesting picks, especially if you know more interesting info. I'm personally trying to guarantee S tier or higher rewards, so do what works for you. So for events, the most common answers are 1 reverse sweep, 45 to 49 minute longest game, 2 pentakills, Hextech Drake and 6 to 8 Baron steals. Next for champions, Kadril went with Poppy Flex, Azera Popular, Jax Band, Nautilus Deaths and Camille highest win rate. The most common and my picks will be Poppy Flex, Kai'Sa or Renekton Popular. I've put more than one option for some since it's a very close call. Go with whatever one you feel is right. Then either Taliyah, Aatrox, Kai'Sa, Renekton or K'Sante for most banned, then Nautilus or Raoul deaths, and Silas or Taliyah for highest win rate. I think the reasoning for this last one was these champs may only get picked as a strong counter or when they're not banned, so should win more. The champion also needs to appear in a minimum of 5 games to be eligible for this pick. The more times a champion is picked, the lower their win rate will be, so it kind of has to be a less common but strong pick. For players, going from left to right, Kadril had Zeus for most different champions, Hayes for most kills, Crowny for highest KDA, Kenyon for most first bloods and Ruler for most pentakills. I think his reasoning for some of these picks is that players who verse low tier teams more will have a good chance at popping off and getting good stats. The most common picks for this section is Keria for most different champions, Ruler for most kills, Ruler for highest KDA, Kanavi for most first bloods and Ruler for most pentakills. For teams, Kadril has PSG Talon as low seed team, PSG Talon for shortest win, DK for Baron steals, Weebu Gaming for winning worlds and G2 for most different champs. The most common picks seem to be PSG Talon for low seed, JDG for shortest win, DK for Baron steals, JDG to win worlds and either G2 or DK for most different champs. Now you may have noticed at the top of the page next to the Crystal Ball pick there is another tab called picks where you can select the 2 teams which advance from play-ins. You can either pick these now or wait until the last 24 hours, which is what I recommend to pick these. The reason for this is because there is a qualifying game being played between GG and BDS, so the intelligent thing to do is wait so you can make better picks. On top of that, you will need to change any Crystal Ball picks that may have involved the team that doesn't qualify between GG and BDS. Most of the picks I found online hadn't finished these extra picks, probably because they're going to wait too. I will most likely do an update reminder for this as well as any updates to the Crystal Ball picks if I find a bigger sample size of different picks that shakes up these results a bit. Bear in mind this is only day 1 of the Pick'ems being live, so most of the experts haven't done their picks yet, so if I find better ones I might post them in a few days. days, but for now these will do. Pickems have only been up for a few hours, so I wanted to give people a baseline to go off in case you don't have time or forget to do them later. If you really want the first emote now but want to take your time selecting picks, you can actually select random picks now to get the reward, and then you can edit and spend more time on your picks later. You can always come back and change them as many times as you like before the timer runs out, which is in about 5 days. It only took about 5 minutes for the emote to appear in my loop. Thanks for watching, see you next time.